Hi, my name is Clarkson. I'm a founder of Verdant House for Wilding Project, and what we do is a combination of syntropic agroforestry, which is essentially succession-based, like how nature works, soil food web approach, and then also land-race breeding, which is essentially what agriculture has been for thousands and thousands of years. And so this is called Syntropy in a Pot, and it's just a good. And also, I'm the first kindergarten. I'm the first kindergarten class of Prune Elementary.
Awesome.
Back in the day. And so this is just an example of Syntropy in a Pot, where you take care of plants at different stratas, which is height. And so you have bioaccumulators like comfrey, lemon balm, peppermint, mint, and then you have different stratas of berries, so like currant and elderberries, raspberries, all the way up to your target crop of apple. You have honey locust, black cottonwood, and underneath is a chestnut. And so the idea is when the berries get super tall and start choking out the apples and other crops, they get chop and dropped down onto the ground. The comfrey can get up to 4 feet tall. And so when you plant this, you start creating this island of fertility and biology. And so as this system keeps pulsing, it lifts things up. So when everything chokes at the apple, it gets cut, incorporated, the apple keeps growing up. The black cottonwood will bridge fungal species from a degraded pasture with ectomycorrhizal fungi to arbuscular mycorrhizal fungi for like things like the apple tree. And then the honey locust, which is really cool, is it's a nitrogen fixer along with the elderberry. What I like about this is it has dapple shade, around 30%. So when this grows really tall and it's 100 degrees in August, it moderates the temperature and fixes nitrogen, but it doesn't outshade the apple that still needs that sun. When this black cottonwood can grow 5 feet a year, it shoots up when it has a diameter, say, of that big. You cut that to the ground, and now you're placing logs, your own mulch around this system that you grew. And again, everything will continue to resprout until its function is served, and then you have your apple tree that you're getting apples from, and down the road you can have your chestnut come up through, and then you have a chestnut for 1,000 years.
Amazing. So how did you get started in this business, and how long have you been in business?
Well, we just started up, but
like this year, 2025.
We just started this up. I've been working towards this for about 10 years. I did rangeland management at Oregon State University. I lived on a ranch over in eastern Washington for about 4 years, grass-fed, holistic managed ranch. And I think what happened was we just slowly progressed to forestry because we had cows in the forest, and you just started to figure out, like, how do we increase yields? You just start to go to plants and trees and stacking, all sorts of layers. So I have just and then I did this. I did a soil food web school with essentially soil microbiology. I've done lots of different courses, done things in permaculture. So it's just kind of the natural evolution to how do I farm where I can't afford land or I can't afford inputs, and essentially just using natural processes to fertilize your system.
Well, fantastic. So we're with the Camas Earth Day Society. Dennis Hayes also grew up in Camas and was the founder of Earth Day in 1970, still involved 80 today. So what would you like in 5th grade? How did you live into this legacy? That you are the perfect example of what we're looking for in Camas, to grow environmentalists. Yeah. And you're proof in the pudding that we sure do grow environmentalism. So what were you like in 5th grade? What would you say to your 5th grade self about what your life would be like?
We lived next to a green belt. And so I was in the forest a lot. I always liked being out in nature, kind of just experimenting and doing my own thing, the solitude of it. So I've always had a knack. Early on, I wanted to be a farmer for whatever reason. I didn't come from agriculture. So I think I've just always had a natural inclination to plants and an interest. So
you're an example of what people can grow up into, the 5th graders.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.